glasses here. Okay, ready? Okay. Okay, so got the oil pan fixed. Everything was going good. About a week and a half after that, I was taking this down a road they had just kind of done a half-ass fixed here. It's the old number 7. Doing about 80 clicks. The road went down, and then they crowned the new part of the asphalt going up. I hit it. Yeah, it's at about 80. It actually pushed the whole car up. It broke the transmission off. It ripped it off its dowel pins. The transmission's pushed up into the tunnel right now. So that tranny's garbage now. So we're gonna go jockey some cars around and go pull it out today. Acorn's already starting to fall, so it's fall time. So maybe get a little bit more drive in it this year. I was thinking I'm putting an overdrive in it, so if it is, it'll probably be just for a short live, just to see. I'm worried if it did any damage to the engine, if it bent the cranks out. I doubt it did, but we'll take a better video when we get it inside there. But you can see it push the tranny up probably right now an inch, and it's sitting in crooked. So good times.
Always moving cars around at the pennies. I was in the garage. This was in front of the garage. And that's staying in the garage. And we're bringing the 55 in here for the transmission work. Great day to be doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. Ah, right there.
Got a sliver in there?
Yeah. Well, mother's, I put a hole through it yesterday at work when I got in the puddle of water when I got out of my vehicle.
Oh,
While you're filming it, I had a booter, so then I got to bring out my loafers.
Are we going? Which way are we going?
I'm gonna try to back it right down through.
Okay.
As long as there's no cars coming.
That's the part of the movie where there's going to be a car.
I don't see nobody coming.
I got cars.
I got plates on it. Barely put my foot underneath the bumper.
Oh, we got to give her. Oh, fuck.
Holy shit. A lot easier going downhill.
Ah, we're good. You're going to catch the fender.
I know.
Please don't wreck this one.
That just means 2-bar conversion, bug.
Say go get Jay, but his knees are fucked.
I'm doing something.
It's squeaking.
Car move.
I think it needs coil springs or shocks.
It needs control of bushings too in the worst way.
Oh, right on the leg.
We're going to need a Pepsi after this. I guess no big gulps today.
No.
Here's your Barker.
Now it's recording. Okay, so you can see here, I'll try to get as best pictures I can. You see it actually broke the aluminum bell housing on the transmission. It actually separated right from the block there. Same thing on the other side. The torque converter obviously stayed behind, bolted to the flex plate. But you can see, the weird thing is, like, we took a good road rash here. Pan still held up, so Kenny did a good job welding it. The pan, you can see where it took a dent. Like, the lighting's a little shitty. Here's part in the lighting. I'll see if it's a little bit better. It took a pretty good hit, like it's dent on the bottom, but I thought there would have been more carnage to the pan itself. But yeah, it almost looks like it maybe bent the tranny mount a little bit too. We'll have to take that off and take a look. But yeah, it was a good hit, and oh man, did it make a hell of a noise. Because I said I was doing about 80, and it just made a hell of a noise when it was running. I don't know if it grenaded the flex plate or not, or sorry, the ring gear. On the flex plate, we'll have to take a look when we get it apart. But yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to take it off because there's no bolts holding it on. We'll get her, start unhooking everything.
Well, it's all jacked up. At least the front of it is. Taking out the torque converter bolts.
Yeah, on number 3. Kick down, or we still have to do the kick down. The neutral safety switch is disconnected, speedo's disconnected, shifter's disconnected, cooling lines are disconnected. I think all we got left to do is the tranny mount. Because of course we gotta do the kick down and then the drive shaft, and then she'll come out.
Hey, Boog, how many burgers do you want?
That one's fine.
2? 2? How many's do it for?
You only ever eat one.
Okay.
So far, so good. Are you still filming, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good.
I'm hoping it's just gonna fall out.
Well, I said I didn't get
Parts of it might.
I didn't get the other side there. Like it's pushed back at least an inch. Like I said, it's off the dowel pins. It broke some bolts off and some bolts. It's weird. Some bolts, the bolts on the passenger side, it ripped the heads off the bolts. The bolts on the driver's side, it broke the bell housing. So we'll take a look at it a little bit more when we get it out. Well, yeah, it's it definitely did a bunch of damage.
I wonder if you can take the tranny back for warranty.
Yeah, it broke on it. I don't know how. Some people might not find the humor in that.
Boots? Oh no! Well, I would.
Well, here at Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, we do trannies. More trannies and more trannies. This is the second time for this tranny. 2 times in the Terraplane, pulled out the transmission, replaced it. And we got the transmission out of my Javelin. And we Derek's Mustang in and out. We've put one in the 52 Ford, and that's going to be coming out probably.
It's probably going into this thing.
Probably going into this thing.
For at least the rest of the year.
Yeah, so if you want your tranny done, don't call us. We'll call you.
Okay, you're live.
So we got to pull the kickdown linkage off the transmission. It's easier to do it up here than trying to do it off the transmission. So the way it's been done here, that's the kickdown for this transmission. It's just been extended with a piece of braided wire, and we just need a screwdriver to pop that off, I believe.
Hey, Derek,
Yep.
you want to go flip the burgers? Go flip the burgers?
That's easy, and then we just have to
Snake it through now.
snake it through. There's, don't think there's any brackets.
No, I kind of just went up and through it. If I recall, actually, I think there might have been a bracket on the back of the flywheel or the transmission.
There's,
Yeah, because remember we popped this thing off before.
Yeah. That's just loose.
Yeah.
Okay, it's off there, so it can yeah, slide down when the transmission comes.
Sure about that?
No. I'm not sure about anything these days.
Oh, there's Boog.
Mm-hmm.
What are you waiting for?
I gotta start banging on this because it jammed the drive shaft when the tranny broke back. It jammed the drive shaft into the back. We gotta make sure it's not bent either. It jammed the yoke into the back of the transmission. So I don't know how much force is gonna need to do. I was able to get it out of the pinion. So I don't know if you can see here. I'll pull your camera up here. Right there, it jammed her right good and tight on. Sorry about the lighting. It's really shit underneath here. But yeah, so we'll, it's gonna need a little bit of persuasion to get that out. If not, it's gonna come out as a unit. We'll have to deal with it after. Oh no! Yes. Now I am.
Your engine blowing? Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh no, I ate too much. Want more? No, I'm good.
I sure never had that cake. Pulling out the cross member, or taking the bolts out for the cross member. Then the tranny jack will go in.
Best investment ever.
There's the original damage to the oil pan.
It did a little bit more. Do you see how much it? How much more here? That's where you hit. That's where it took the asphalt off. We'll put a picture and you can actually see how much it machined the asphalt off. Then I think it bounced and hit here and then pushed it up.
That's what I think it happened. It bounced.
I don't know where it. Yeah, because it bounced because it hit here, but bounced here and it lifted that up. I don't know if we'll see much damage on the torque converter.
But the weld hole held on the pan.
Yeah, good old Kenny.
Kenny, you bastard! You killed Kenny. Kenny built the pan too strong.
Yeah. Too bad the pan would have broken instead of the transmission. Pan's cheaper. I mean, that's not gonna be done here quick. It's right in the fuel filter. Yeah.
I'll be done in 2 seconds.
Yeah, take it. There you go. I am going to probably raise this thing up a little bit. Because see, my problem started, the front end, we're starting to squeak, so I thought I'd be smart to put some silicone spray in the control arm bushings. And that's when my problems all started, because the front end started to move. Moral of the story, don't lubricate your floor and front end bushings.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and let them squeak a little bit.
Tranny jack coming in.
Okay, so is the kick down good?
Kick down is good. We just gotta feed it once the tranny starts moving.
Okay, also, what about the tranny dipstick? What did we do last time?
I can't remember.
Alright, we'll have to keep that in mind.
You can't remember? Go watch back our video.
Okay, oh, right there.
Okay, well, back it off.
No, just hang on. We should be okay.
Yeah, if you can't remember what we're doing, just go back and watch the other video. It was what, 3 months
We did this in February.
February, March, April, May, June, July. Holy shit, a long time ago. Rang on the fingers.
February. Did we do it in the winter?
I think we did it in February.
Well, yeah,
we did in the winter time, man.
There was snow on the ground, but I think it was spring though.
Was it spring? I thought maybe it was March. I thought it was February. Maybe I don't
So
know.
we let the car stay in for the night so the snow would melt off of it.
Yeah. Okay, you want to go up a bit? Okay, whoa. Oh!
now?
Rip the mount. You just see the mount. Fuck. You want to have me the camera, Chris? And a nice lawnmower, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get close up here as best I can. But you can see it's actually disintegrated the mount and ripped it right apart.
Yeah, there's no mount.
Yeah, so that's another lovely thing. There's Corey's finger.
It disintegrated the rubber.
So I'll hand the camera back. Oh man.
Front row.
Exciting.
You want to go up a little bit more, dear? Go up a little bit more. Okay, go. There you go. Watch your eyes.
Yeah.
There's your mount right there. Okay, now about you guys kicked out, I can't remember what we did on the side there. I'll get on my side
Someone
here.
has to go back up and feed the kick down back down, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I'll go up and
Because as far as I can see, my side's good.
Yeah, my side's good. It's just gotta come back a little bit. We're off the snout of the torque converter.
Kick down, linkage all done, shifter.
The shifter's disconnected, yeah, on my side. It's just that he gets that little kick down.
If I remember, we kind of fed it down.
Yeah, if I recall, we did that.
I just don't remember.
and camera's rolling down
Okay.
Where is it? So I don't hit it.
there. In front of the tire.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the kick down linkage.
Okay.
I just don't know if there's a bracket.
Can you see Corey?
I can't see.
Tranny line?
Tranny lines are done.
I don't know about the dipstick.
Yeah, the dipstick we brought down with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we come down just slowly, Chris, a little bit?
Come
Yeah.
down.
Just come down. You're gonna crush your bucket here.
Yeah, bucket the other way.
Okay, coming down.
Trans is coming down.
There we go.
Well, we go up the cord.
Oh. bush leak.
There we go.
Okay, coming out.
Okay. Alright, that's down. Okay, you want to get the cord out of the...
Okay, well I guess we may as well take the torque converter off, take some weight off too.
No, because it's just going to keep off.
Well, no, we're gonna have to lift it off though because we're too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
So like I said, maybe take the torque converter off, take some weight off.
Oh man, here comes a mess.
Can't be that bad.
Oh, I thought they would have
So I
been.
wonder if that's salvageable or not.
We lost a lot of oil out of the thing too.
I just wonder if that's still good.
I'm going to say yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, talk about that.
Well, I don't know here, fellas. Oh no, it's fucked. Because it would have destroyed the input shaft. Look at that.
What happened?
Where it engages into the shaft here. Look at the splines. They're just
Oh,
gone.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's good. You're.
Like you know where you have your 3 clicks. It goes 1, 2, 3.
Platinum or they're called.
I forget the name of them.
So the torque converter's fucked.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fucked. You maybe could try to change this front shaft. I don't know, but if you guys want to fuck around with it.
Yeah, planetary.
Oh, there's some metal filings in here.
Oh, she's foobarred, man.
Alright, let's get her down.
Okay.
Hey, at least it should be lighter. It's missing pieces.
So metal filings.
Cable, come forward, Corey.
Yeah, man. Got a bunch of rags. Like I said, the ring gear's all.
Okay, let's lift it one more time. Okay, just a couple of drops. Okay, well we got the tranny out now. You can see even the adapter here. It took a hell of a hit. You can see where it dented it there. It's pushed this metal all in here. This will need a new one to be made. There's the mount there. It actually physically ripped the rubber. Interesting enough, it actually destroyed the tranny dipstick. It bent the dipstick itself, or sorry, the tube I guess I should say. It bent the dipstick because it wasn't bent like that before. Because it twisted it up. It twisted it up this way. And I guess it dented it good, and when it came down and hit, I guess it bent that. These 3 it broke off. These 2, interesting enough, it just broke the heads of the bolts off here. It actually broke everything off. Weird thing is, it didn't break this dowel pin, but like I said, it broke this dowel pin off.
And if you can see, the splines are gone.
We're gonna go take a look at the engine now and see if it actually bent the cranks out of the engine or not. I don't know if it did or not. If it did, I guess this motor's coming out. But yeah, we'll see what other damage it did.
And just for the record, it wasn't any lighter bringing it out with those missing pieces. My elbows are still sore.
It had a little less transmission fluid because it's on the highway.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at the mount.
I've never seen a mount just to
Not a tranny mount, an engine out maybe, but
Yeah.
look at that.
Like I've seen engine mount do that.
Yeah.
The Dodge it was famous.
Oh yeah, dodging the course for that.
But this is where you look. It took a hell of a hit right here.
Oh, also remember too, we before we discard this tranny, we need this
Yes,
guy.
for the shifter.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause remember that's the part we tacked welded there.
That was right. Brand new, rebuilt.
It was brand new. Well, yeah, I was gonna say a rebuild. It had about probably, I'm gonna say 4,000 miles on it.
The engine moved so badly it took this right out here with the flywheel.
Yeah, the ring gear machined that away. Well, like I say, when it stopped, it made a hell of a noise. It just, well, did not good.
50 mile an hour?
Yeah, I was probably doing 50 mile an hour, 80 clicks, yeah. Because it says 90 there, and I usually slow down a bit.
Ruh-roh.
What happened? You have 3,500 pounds coming back down.
I gotta raise this bloody thing up still. I don't feel like doing this again.
Time to look at the ring gear.
Yeah. I'll probably fire it up and see what happens.
Right.
It's live.
Okay.
There you go, bub.
I'm trying to get it a light good work. Okay, well, we got her off. We found some more issues. We'll start on the driver's side here. Here's the 3 bolts held. There's the dowel pin broke. Unfortunately, I just threw some grease in there at the moment, but it ripped that bolt out there. Now, the bigger problem is, I don't know how I can get the light in here. You can see it actually cracked the block. So I want to see how bad the crack is. We might only run with 1 bolt back here. I don't know. I might try to put a key insert in here maybe. I got to see where the crack goes and how far it went. It's a little tough to say. I got to get in here a little bit better. But yeah, definitely definitely did some damage. We're gonna probably fire it up here shortly. I haven't done it yet just to see if it bent the crank. If it bent the crank, engine's coming out. If not, I might try to fix and repair on this, because if it's still, if I can still salvage it. Oh, and also just there's the asphalt. Some of it we plowed up here. It pushed back. Like I said, it was brand new, fresh asphalt. Yeah, it was a bad day.
Another one.
I got lots of them. At least it's not as bad as working on an injector pump on a tractor today, so that's a plus.
Maybe. I wonder if it's gonna hit those broken bolts. What are we leaking?
Fuel. Oh, don't do nothing.
Yeah, don't. We got fuel leakage.
Okay, I stopped. She's out. Dead.
Cause it's, I seen it there. It's gonna rub on here, eh?
Well, it's leaking up at the top there.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying like the metal, eh? The flywheel.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That one's loose there. That wouldn't bother me too much.
No,
Let's
I
see.
just heard that ding right away.
There's like mist coming down.
The thing is, you pressurize the pump, so you gotta wait till the pressure comes out.
But it almost looked like there was mist
Oh, it's
coming.
missed because it's coming just through a small hole. But it's right up at the top here. Okay, well, we were gonna try to fire it up, but that kind of got kiboshed. We put the ignition on, all of a sudden it started spraying fuel out. On the high pressure line there, you can see when the motor twisted up, it put a nice little puncture wound in there. So needless to say, we didn't fire it up today. We did pull the ring gear off just to see. I don't know how well the picture's gonna get it. The whole thing is dished out, like dished in this way. I'll try to hold it straight. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the picture will get it or not, but you can see it's definitely dished out. So if we had a fuel line, I just want to try to fire up to see if the engine still runs and see if it's bent, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we get a fuel line today maybe. I'd still like to see if it will fire up and see if there's any cataclysmic damage. We'll keep you posted.
Good times.
Yeah.
The joys of hot rodding.
We just don't prop it up too much or just see how much fluid's on the back end.
I don't know if you can see, but right in there, there's metal grindings. Better shot at that.
Send a picture.
The tip of this has been ground nice taper. Couldn't do better on a lathe. And that. And there's some of the pieces. And a fuel line. And a cracked block.
Okay, since the fuel line got kind of pinched up into the tunnel there and put a hole in it, I want to see if the engine runs to make sure there was no major damage. So I ponied up and spent the 15 bucks. Bought it like as a hose kit you can get to replace if you ever have a hole in it. Supposedly there's no clamps. Heat it up. Put this in. This is just a temporary fix just to see if it gets it going. If this works, I'm going to put a new line in. But this is just to see. It's on a Sunday. Nothing's open for parts. So Canadian Tire had it.
And not to mention, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yeah, well, it's early. Don't go by the clock on the stove. But yeah, we'll give this a whirl here. It says the heat and hot water. It didn't say it's boiling hot, but I figured boiling hot water for 10 minutes. It won't over that, so we'll see what happens here. So I kinked it there a bit. Oh, that's all she's gonna road, I think. Yeah, that's it. So I said I didn't even get it on up to there. Or maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe it's only supposed to go up to there. No, it should have went up and over. But like I said, this is just to see if it's gonna work. Turn that off. And I'll do the other side here. Like I said, this is not a permanent fix. This. Yeah, we're live. Okay, this is take 2 on the other side here. We let her boil for a bit. We'll give her a whirl here and see what happens.
That one slid on a lot nicer.
There we go, that one went better. There we go. So there's our half-ass fix to get it going, just to see. Like I said, we want to see if the car runs or not after that big hit. And then I'll get a new line here. Okay, so we're back. We're gonna put the tranny in my 55 here. My brother had one, a rebuilt one, sitting around. Unfortunately, it's a short tail shaft. We got the 6-inch tail shaft. Mine had a 9-inch tail shaft. So hopefully what we're gonna do is, one of the other parts cars we have has a drive shaft that happens to be about 3 1/4 inches longer, which will work for this. The drive shaft is probably about a 1/4 inch, half inch too short. So hopefully we can make that work. Probably end up changing the U-joints out, because they're gonna be probably garbage. But yeah, if it's just one thing, it's always another.
And we already ran it this morning. We put the ring gear in, it's running. The starter's effed up, but we're gonna go and get one from the local parts store.
Yeah, what had happened is after, and I should never tried to start it after it had jammed. I tried to start it, and I guess it did some bad things to the starter. So it did fire up, but it's not good. So we'll change that, and hopefully maybe by the end of the weekend it'll be running again.
Yeah, and Derek's off to go get a starter for us. So
the joys of old crap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's put it in.
Okay. Well, we're getting ready to put the torque converter on. Filled her up with fluid. The book, or not the book, the instructions from B&M say either put, what is it, 2 pints equal a quart or 1 liter, depending which country you're in.
Beer cola.
So also, before I say, the snout has been lubricated up, so that way we don't put a dry seal in. So we get 1. There's 2. Not the third, is it? There we go, there's 3. So you always have your 3 clicks to go, at least on a small block Chevy. So 1, 2, 3. So they're in. Also, for whatever reason, these are metric bolts again on the torque converter. I don't know what year these torque converters are. They're just a reman from B&M, just a cheap reman, but they are 10mm bolts. So just keep that in mind. Back of the block is 10mm, as we found out before from the last video, when the first time we had problems with the tranny. This will be tranny number, for me, tranny number 2 going in the car. So.
And since it has a shorter snout, or have to get another drive shaft.
Well, like I said, we got parts cars, and I'll go there later this afternoon, if not tomorrow morning, and go grab one. And
also, just as a side note here, here's the adapter here. Since we're putting a Turbo 350 to a, we'll say a LS1, LT1 motor, you need your adapter to go onto here, into the snout to the back of your engine to center everything.
And we had to make one.
We had to make one because the original one got,
right there.
it took it, when it broke, it took a bad hit. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see it walled it out and actually bent it up here. Like, it did a lot of damage. So,
and actually, I think Chris and Derek made one. I don't know if they filmed it or not.
We filmed it.
Okay.
It'll be, well, you probably already watched it.
Yeah, it would have been in the video. I didn't know about that, but yeah. So just to bear in mind, and also on the flex plate, you do have to wallow out the 3 holes a little bit just to give a little bit more clearance, so it actually fits onto your flex plate. So yeah, we'll lower this down, get her into the car, and go throw her in. Excuse me. Okay, so we're having more problems with the flex plate here. I went and bought a new one on Thursday. It's supposed to be a direct family replacement. This is the one that I bought on Thursday here. This one says made in Mexico. This one says made in Mexico. Bolted it in. It's actually about 60-70 thou smaller on the OD in this. Put it in. It's just touching on the ends there, and the starter didn't like it. So went back, bought supposedly the heavy duty one. So we're gonna try putting this one in. It looks damn near the same. The diameter is slightly bigger on the OD. So I think it's gonna be one of those days, and some days it just don't pay to get out of bed, I think. There's half our problem there, made in Mexico.
The other one's smaller.
Yeah.
And that gets by you.
They get cheap there.
So we'll put it in and see what happens. And I can't return it either, because then we elongated the holes because we put it in. So that's basically a paperweight.
Who would have ever guessed?
Yeah. Well, we'll go try again.
Well, I guess go throw it in there and try it. And oh yeah, you gotta.
You want to do the honors?
There, we'll hold some props up here. There, we'll stick a fork in here.
Okay.
Tell me you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're shooing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the bad news is we have a prop here. You can stick a fork in this car. It's done for the year, probably. The back of the motor, I don't know if you can get a good picture of it here. You see it cracked. The crack looks like I haven't cleaned it up, but the crack starts here. It looks like it goes down to the starter bolt. What I'm guessing what happened is it's actually kind of hinged. I haven't looked to see where the other crack is, but it's hinged down. We tried a new flex plate because it wrecked the original flex plate. Tried a new flex plate. Also, a big shout out to Brent. He gave us a used flex plate. We put one on. Same thing. You can just it's coming on such an angle there. It's just grinding the teeth off. So the starter's sitting at an angle right now. You can see we're fooling around with some shims in there just to try to see if that would help. Made no difference. So I think in this block's coming out, she's pooched. So I'll probably throw another 4.8 in it for right now. But yeah, it's, you can see where it did a little bit of carnage on the back of the oil pan when she let go too. But yeah, it's well, we might get it going for the end of the fall, but I doubt it. That'll probably be it for this year. Yep. Shitty Winnipeg roads. Actually, it's a shitty Manitoba road, I should say.
But if you do see it on an upcoming episode, it will be on Penny's Hot Rods and Custom.
Yeah. Bye-bye for now.